a drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings, so we drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring. I'm just waiting till my BlackBerry dies, cause I'll replace it with the Raspberry Pi. Don't compare to this track, it makes everything they said dull. Neutralize any threat, turn Red Skull to Dev Null. They killed virus writers that we mentioned, but instead they ascended to the VX heavens to reincarnate as live wires. Still inside we hide ciphers and sign device drivers. Which school will we hit next? They didn't learn the format, so we've got a print F. Next step is a chin check. Freestyles that I spit best, they didn't decrypt yet. I crush internet MCs and rhyme battles. Get your Wi-Fi tackled, hacked by pineapple. I don't think you'll like my Snapple, cause I popped it with vodka in a cyanide capsule. We drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings, so we drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things.
You know there's gonna be security, right?
First we drink all the booze, then hack all the things, then backdoor the firmware on anything you bring, regardless of the hardware, service or encoding, connected to the internet and someone's gonna own it. This is for the pirates that clap and love the sound, attacking from the cloud, then we're backing underground. There's no masking from us now, we pop tour nodes around the globe, track and hunt you down. Packed on schedule, added to your calendar, devices online, here comes another challenger. State infiltrated, so undercover. This is for my comrades who stare at the debuggers and trace every buffer, examining the code flow. Haven't been to sleep, better pop another no-dose. I think I'll need a planet-sized urn, cause some men just wanna watch the world burn. Your turn.
Stay out of jail.
Technologically possible, yeah.
Drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things. Got this vodka and this Red Bull, they still give me wings, so we drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring.
I mean, these servers have more firewalls than the devil's bedroom.
Hack all the things, drink all the booze, hack all the things, hack all the things, hack all the things, things. 0 through 3, we're in every single ring. Hack all the things.
Yeah, well, good luck, man.
They still give me wings. Drink all the things, drink all the vodka and pack all the booze. Drink all the booze, hack all the hackers. Hack all the hackers.
Not every geek with a Commodore 64 can hack into NASA.
This one's dedicated to all the hackers. Yo, even out, settle scores quick.
Let's go! Right, welcome to UHC tonight. UHC means Ultimate Hacking Championship, so you are watching a hacking live, a CTF. Hacking CTF live. Marina Chavada, you may not recognize me with the mask. I have promised a few of the viewers that tonight I would be dressed up as a Caue, KDA, a Caue from League of Legends. If you're not a gamer, you didn't understand. You didn't understood shit of what I just said, but it's okay. You can also just Google KDA Caue. It's just, a gamer's thing. And because of my guests tonight, the co-hosts that I'm going to have here, I thought it was appropriate because for those who actually play League of Legends, the KDA, a Caue character, is a rapper. Is a rapper character. So I'm just gonna leave you with that, quick hint before I proceed to explain UHC, and then call in my co-hosts and present them to you. So for those who are not used to UHC, do not know UHC so far, UHC is a hacking CTF. So hacking capture the flag, that's what CTF stands for. CTF, it is a gaming format that you can apply to pretty much every kind of game that you can imagine. Is pretty, for those who are not used to the term, is capture the flag is literally you spread flags around, ground with challenges, and the players are supposed to go through the challenges to capture the flags, therefore having points, therefore winning the game at the end. So the CTF here is applied to hacking. So it's a virtual environment, virtual machines built exactly for the CTF purpose, exactly for the competition purpose. So don't be afraid if you do not know CTF and you got scared of me telling it's a hacking championship. Be cool, because all the machines here, all the virtual environments that are going to be used for the championship are built exactly for that purpose. So we're not doing anything bad or illegal. Quite the contrary. The players here tonight are using CTF as a learning tool to get their skills better, to go into the infosec market, to find good jobs at infosec, information security, and just help us to have better and more secure applications and websites and programs and systems, and the drill. Everything that you use on your day-to-day. So this is a really nice way of people to learn. This is a really nice way of people to train their skills and just have fun all together, because it's also very nice. It's also very, very, as you can see for tonight's match, it's also very entertaining. So we call flags technical challenges. So the people that put together the UHC championship, they build a lot of technical challenges that go from web hacking to forensic challenges and MISC challenges and cryptography challenges. Well, CTF may vary on a lot of technical aspects. Computer-wise, for those who are not, computer savvies and are not understanding anything that I'm saying right now. But just so you know, the flags are technical challenges, and the players go through those challenges. And if they solve the challenge, and if they, break into the right system in the right way, and they find the so-called flag, they can submit it, and they can get points. And as much more points as they have, the better, because at the end of the CTF, which goes through up to 3 hours, they get the final prize, which is cash. Ka-ching, ching. So that's pretty much it. It's really nice because UHC brings together hacking CTF with the esports format, having narrators, having people narrating what's going on, which is kind of a esports thing. Just gonna check real quick the Brazilian live, because UHC is a Brazilian CTF challenge. And what we do here in the English channel is literally kind of translate what we see in the Brazilian live. I am going to call my two co-hosts tonight, because I've been talking a lot and I want to just welcome them into the live stream, which is, well, you know him already from past streams. Here's Dual Core. Hi.
Hey, looking good. I love the outfit.
Thank you. It's Halloween, so I want every excuse I can get to just play our costumes. I am a past dweeb. I cannot deny my cosplay roots. So that's what happening tonight.
Do you
Exactly. So you wanna present yourself?
Sure. I'm Int 80. I am the rapper in Dual Core. I hack computers for a living and make rap music about it. And I have enjoyed doing UHC for the past, I don't even know how many editions now. This is what, edition 15, 16?
16. Yeah.
16, yeah. So some number of those I have helped host in the past, and I'm happy to be here for another week.
All right. Well, welcome. For those who are not familiar with dual course music, it's really cool. You should go check on any music stream program or platform that you can think of. You can go also for Spotify. You can check his music. He is a nerdcore rapper. And most of all, what's more impressive is he is a hacking rapper, which is what the fuck, right? Well, that's really cool. The lyrics are awesome, and a really nice thing that I always like to remember, if you for the gamers out there, because we are here presenting a CTF in an e-sport manner, so I do believe there are gamers out there. If you ever played Watch Dogs, Dual Core is in the official Watch Dogs soundtrack, so that's pretty fucking cool.
Yes, Watch Dogs 2.
All right, so now I'm gonna bring our next co-host, which is also a nerdcore rapper. Welcome, MC Oh My.
Yo,
Yo,
what
yo,
is
yo.
up?
You want to introduce yourself?
It's your boy, Oh My, aka Daddy Coco Man, aka 69 Hertz the Freak,
What the heck?
aka I don't know. I'm
What
just
is
here
going
to watch all the hacking and have all the fun.
All right, okay.
That's the best intro. It reminded me of the Chris Rock skit in the To Caue 2000 album where he's like saying all the aliases for Method Man. That was incredible.
That's how we roll on this
Well,
side of the
you,
US.
you there watching our stream, you can already see we are full of shenanigans, so you can expect good laughing moments. If not, so you don't get bored watching terminal screens, because if you do get bored watching terminal screens, like, what the fuck, dude? What you doing?
You're on the wrong stream right now.
All right, so I guess I went through pretty much, this what is UHC. It's nice for us to say that UHC is run by Hacking Esports. Hacking Esports is the company that organizes the UHC championship. It has every edition. It has cash prizes for the winners of tonight's match. It's the cash prizes in reais because it's a Brazilian challenge. It's a Brazilian, product. So it's 500 reais, which probably is around $100 now, if the conversion is correct. I am also Brazilian, so you might see me struggle with English a lot, and well, that's just life. You might also see some Brazilian Portuguese going on in the chat, and that's probably because of the Brazilian fans, which love y'all fans. And that's some really nice thing the staff just told me right here is that Silesian is the one that created the machines from the qualifying rounds. Silesian is a past player and also a past winner of UHC. And it's pretty cool because the players also help, with the infrastructure. We already had players that were also narrating one of the editions as well. So it's really, really nice that the UHC environment allows players to, be influencers or, just talk around and, show up in the streams. And a lot of them get hired by not only by the sponsors, but by companies watching as well. So that's pretty cool because a lot of them are like really, really, really young. I mean, really young for real, like 15 years old to 17 years old. So that's pretty amazing. And I guess that's pretty much it. What I have to say about UHC. It's organized by Hacking Esports. If you want to check Hacking Esports, You can go for our chat and type exclamation point commands. You can go to the Hacking Esports Discord, which is where the qualifying round happens every Saturday. So tonight's the final round of the week. The qualifying round happens on Saturdays. This week, the qualifying round hit a record of 72 people playing for a spot on the final match today. And we only have 10 players on the final match, so that's crazy. 72 people going for those 10 spots. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's dope. Also, by the way, I just wanted to point out that, Marina, all the things you said about me also apply to MCO Mai. He is a hacker as well, and he makes nerdcore rap music, and his music is on all the platforms. I've listened to it on Bandcamp, Spotify. So it's like there's two of us now almost.
And I've already told him right before we started here that I want to play his music here on the live stream. So I'm waiting for your link, bro.
Oh, okay.
Call me. not with the live screen going on here.
I was still getting over the name Silesian. It's so smooth. I like that name. Silesian.
Yeah. It's like a kid. He's like 17 years old. It's crazy.
And he won the first week that he was in the finals, right?
Yeah, he did. It was just so nice to see. I'm a big like gamer fan, esports fan. And, usually in esports matches, you have, early game and mid game. And I'm eating my mask. Sorry. So you have early game, mid game, and late game. And you have to develop your own character to go for the kill on the late game. And so Legion just had that same timing, but in a CTF. It was amazing to see. It was like beautiful. He started with the first flag in the early game. Then mid game, he went for the mid flag. And like late game, he got the two last flags. I was like, damn, that was so fucking cool to see. The timing, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was an excellent ride there at the end. Yeah. What up, all the people joining us? I think we got rated from the main UHC channel.
Oh boy, yeah, apparently we did, because I'm from Brazil.
Prazer.
Hi, right. Carlos Grosek. Carlos Grosek is one of the dudes that also helps with the organizing of the championship, mainly with the infrastructure development, which is really freaking cool. Actually, that reminds me, I have to thank all our sponsors and partners. You can see up here their logos. And just wait a minute, just let me take the message off, because it's really weird for me to talk about the sponsors and partners with Hi Daddy on screen. So, as you can see,
this is a family-oriented event.
Yeah, we have Axe Labs here helping us out with the silver sponsorship. We have CrowdSec, which is also pretty nice. We have Hecate Inc., which is my company. I'm the owner of Hecate Inc. I'm the founder of Hecate Inc. And we also have Collision. So thank y'all very much for your sponsorships. Thank y'all very much for your partnerships and your support. Without you, it would not be anyway easy to do a championship with money prizes. So that's it. And I see here that in the Brazilian live, they already started presenting the started presenting the players. So
cool. What up, y'all? What up in the chat? Also, what's this like Team Boitatech? What is this?
Oh yeah, Boitatech is a Brazilian hacking community. That's pretty cool.
Dope. Happy to have y'all. Hi, it's me. It's me, IRL, Marina husband.
All right, we're gonna go for the players presentation. Let's see who we got here. All right, we got Caue here. Caue is an old-time player, also old-time winner. He was the one that broke the record, right? He won the whole CTF in like 20 minutes.
Ooh. Yes, Caue is the speedrun champion with like 25-minute finish time, start to end. Incredible.
That was so hilarious. Me and Duocore, we were narrating his the the match that he won like super fast. And every time we looked at the scoreboard, we were like, "Oh, okay, so we now have more points from Caue. Oh, wait a minute, so Caue just submitted another flag. And, oh shit, I think we're over. I think it's the end of it."
Yeah, he got these like AWS access creds, and then he just knew exactly what to do. It was incredible.
That was
CTF still the one time you want to finish early. Wow.
Yeah, right.
All right, we got a newcomer, Raju. I don't know how to say that. It's a pretty fucking weird name. So Raju is here with us as a newcomer. Afonso is back. All right, so this is gonna be an interesting match. Afonso is also a veteran here from UHC. He also won a few of the editions. He's actually 3 times champion. So that's really impressive. He's really good, and he has the strategy of sitting on flags. He is known he's known for that because he likes to play mind games. He is that confident.
Which doesn't always work out.
Exactly, which is really, you gotta be really freaking confident to do that, because this UHC is based on whoever gets the points first has advantage. So if you tie at the end, whoever got the points first will win. So if you sit on flags and someone else gets all the flags, you're doomed. It's over. So it is a very ballsy move to sit on flags. That's and he does it from time to time. He does it.
Okay, all right.
We have Luzka, also another veteran here. We already seen Luzka playing around in UHC. He's getting better each week he's playing. So it's going to be nice to look at what he's doing tonight. We have another newcomer here, RFAX 0.
Yeah, I don't know how that's pronounced. Rafa Null? I don't know.
That's not Brazilian, bro. That's just a bunch of letters together.
RFAX 00.
All right. And Arcade, I guess. Arcade. I don't know how to say that, but also a newcomer. We've got a lot of newcomers tonight.
Yeah.
Saturno, also a newcomer. All right, okay. 0x4, I guess.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's Xerox 4 or Xer 4, Crosser 4.
Can y'all freaking have better handles?
I think we're getting trolled by the hackers. They're just putting these like weird handles.
Also, Bigos, I guess.
Big O US.
Big US. I don't know, whatever. It's also a newcomer. We have favorite, the favorite player from Dual Core's favorite player.
Yeah, because I can't pronounce his name correctly.
Yeah, actually, let's do an exercise. Oh my, can you say João?
Is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
One more time.
João.
That
was not bad.
Better
at all.
than I do.
All right.
Okay.
So João Ribeiro is one of our players tonight, and David cannot pronounce his name correctly. I have to keep teaching him how to say it, and because he goes for João, which has the A very open. Now, no, it's João. You go down with your A, as if you were rapping.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Arthur is coming around. Yes, I am BR. I am Brazilian. Sou brasileira. So the easy way of saying João Ribeiro is just to literally translate his name to English. With João is John, and Ribeiro means something by the river. So it's like a house by the river, or something by the river. So we just call him John Rivers here.
I like that.
A complete disregard for his name. All right, let's see who we have next. All right, okay, so
That's it.
our 10 players. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new players. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 new players. Wow. This could be interesting. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Let me stop my sharing here. And I understand that they already started in the Brazilian live. So let's go to our Discord and we're going to officially start UHC. Just let me share my screen with the Discord.
So for folks watching on the screen, the way that we've got everything set up is each of the players are on Discord here, and then they've kind of got their own isolation booths, so to speak. And what we can do is watch their screen share through Discord, and then we broadcast that to y'all. And so that way you can see what the players are doing as they play through the CTF.
Yep. All right. Are we starting with Caue?
Yeah, let's start with Caue. Caue, our 25-minute turbo speedrun champion.
All right, so a few ground rules here at UHC. Players have their own Discord rooms, which means they cannot interrupt or get in the way of the other players. They cannot attack the infrastructure. They cannot do illegal things on screen because, not only that's illegal, that's also on screen. So if you do that live on the internet, and I don't know how to put this lightly, but you fucking dumb. So do not do illegal shit going live on Twitch. And I think other than that, we don't have any more big rules. Do not attack each other, do not attack the infrastructure, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no like obscenity from the players during the broadcast, and then players are not supposed to disable anything that inhibits the other players as well. So if you pop something on a box, you can't like take a service down to prevent other people from using the service.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just some good old-fashioned CTF, and the challenges are brand new, handmade each week, and we don't know what they are. So we are literally just kind of like calling it as we see it, as things happen. You had a question in the chat if your mask is for Corona. But you don't drink that beer, right?
No, my mask. I mean, it is also for Corona, but my mask is from the Caue character from League of Legends, because this is Halloween, and I have to take advantage of every opportunity to just cosplay. So this is now my Halloween costume. So if any of y'all play League of Legends, this is a League of Legends character. So that's why I have the mask.
So we're streaming.
Probably on the chat. Yo. Sorry.
We're streaming Caue's screen right now, and it looks like they found what probably the first attack surface is. Here they found a todo.txt, and so this is in Portuguese, and I can see the first thing is deactivate functions, I think dangerous of the system, like system and exec. So to me, those are like PHP functions that would allow like commands to be executed. And so you can disable those like in PHP configuration, but there's like, I don't know, the last time I looked like 17 of them or something like that. So pretty much every time that I've gotten like RCE in a web application that's built on PHP, there's always one of those functions enabled. There's like popen or shell exec or something that, even if you disabled system and exec, I still find like some way. How about you, Amai? Have you ever run into stuff like that?
Not in the wilds, like not other than a CTF. Like I've seen the similar, system or stuff that you would find in a normal PHP web shell. But I've never actually seen it like publicly.
Yeah. What do you like for web shells? Do you use like any of the like pre-made ones?
There's a really cool one that somebody from Hack the Box made, called PHP Bash,
Oh, nice.
which basically just sets up like a a sort of fake but real Bash terminal, like in a web shell, and it's
Nice.
perfect for those Linux systems. And then I tried to write like an ASP version. I lost the code, but I wrote one and it worked. Um, this is why we invest in Git early. But
Yeah, right. Exactly. This is why you push to the cloud.
but yeah, like I mean the web shells are easy to find, easy to write if you had to.
Yeah, yeah. I remember back in the day, like R57 and C99 were like the big ones for PHP.
First blood.
Flag already.
Holy crap! Already?
Is it? Well, I don't think it's Caue because we're watching Caue.
Wait a minute.
That was my first guess.
It's
Like, is it Caue?
Luzka. It's Luzka.
Dope. Let's take a look at what Luzka's up to.
All right, Luzka got first blood with 100 points on the easy flag, and that's really cool. I told everyone he's getting better and better each time he's playing UHC. The first times we were narrating, he was struggling to get points. He would go into scoreboard and struggle to get up the scoreboard, and now he has the first points. That is really cool.
Let's take a look at Alfonso.
There.
Because I think Luzka's got something on the screen that would let the other players know what to do for the flag.
All right. You were going to say something, Omai?
Oh, that's just an interesting file name. I don't think I've seen that before. The way that was
Where is it?
it's very interesting, actually. I'm gonna look that one up later.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I think it's from maybe Sublime. Like, I think if the file was edited in Sublime, I think it creates like a backup copy like that. But I did see when we were watching Caue was looking for a similar thing, but for the swap files from Vim. And so those are like amazing, finds when you can catch like something on disk that isn't intended to be exposed like that.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone specifically try to enumerate those swap files or anything like that.
Yeah. I don't know whether I saw that Caue was running FUF, but I don't know if like FUF has like if it tries that file name permutation by default, or whether that's something you can add. Because I think the swap files from Vim, they actually get like a dot prefix and then they add .sw something on the end of it. If you've got multiple swap files, that extension changes, so it can be like SWP, SWO, etc. So you could potentially have like one of those swap files, and you might go to like .lol, .text, .swp, and it doesn't exist, but .lol, .text, .swo does exist. Like the original swap file could have been removed. So, that's cool.
I've definitely found credentials in swap files before. People thought they deleted something. No, you didn't. It's still there.
Yep. The terminal crashed, or they just couldn't figure out how to get out of Vim.
Wait a minute. Caue also got a flag. All right, this is fast. Damn.
Yeah. This is why they're at 4 flags now instead of 3, because the players are getting too good.
All right, Caue also got the easy flag with 100 points. So now the scoreboard goes to 2 people on the scoreboard, and both of them with 100 points, having Luzka in the first place because he submitted the flag first. So
nice.
That's pretty cool. That's very fast. All right, UHC, this is going to be a good match tonight.
Yeah, I like it. Why don't we take a look at Alfonso? It looks like Alfonso is working on a SQL injection. I'm kind of curious here. And, I don't know if we've ever had this happen, but I think it is possible that you can get one of the more advanced flags without having captured one of the introductory flags. So I would love to see that. Like Alfonso gets like the medium or like hard flag and then has to go back to like pick up the easy flag.
I mean, it is his game. He's going to sit on those flags. So
And one of the things that I love about UHC is we see a bunch of different tools from people, right? So, I feel like most people tend to use Burp as their proxy. But, here we see Alfonso using Zap, which is got comparable features, and it's open source, made by the OWASP project. I think OWASP project is redundant, right? Because I think the P in OWASP is actually project. But yeah, and I think also it looks like Alfonso is onto a flag as well. So let's see what Alfonso does if he actually submits the flag here or if he sits on it. We're gonna catch him in the act.
All right.
But I think he knows that we're watching, so he he might submit it just to kind of throw us off the trail. But yeah, it looks like he's trying.
What's the flag format?
I think that they usually have like UHC and then curly brace and then some weird text like leet speak or whatever.
Gotcha.
So yeah, but I think it was last week they did something, like the CTF players in us, when we get on a box, we try to find like as many flags as we can, right? So you might run like a grep across the entire system, or like find stir, I think, in Windows, and just look for like any files that start with UHC, or you might look for contents that have that flag prefix. So last week, I think it was, they did something to try to thwart that, and there was some file, but it was like U space H space C space, and so your grep isn't going to turn that up. But like once you found the file the way that the author intended, then you would see the flag was there, and you just had to take out those spaces. So evil.
That's also a very good thing for us to say here. We do not know what the flags are. We have no idea what the flags are that they are going after, and because of that, we don't know when we're giving hints or not. And that kind of doesn't matter. So it adds to the game that if, they're going to have to watch both of the streams at the same time if they want to fish for some hints. So it adds up on the mind game there.
I mean, as a CTF player, that is something I would totally do. I would be like, give me all the free recon that I can get. And yeah, Zero Log on in the chat saying that you can chain Burp and Zap, which is pretty dope. Being able to like perform different transforms or attacks or whatever, it's definitely helpful.
What's
and
the
I know
I've for having an upstream proxy that's on the same host as your current proxy.
Yeah, maybe like one has some kind of feature. I've never done Burp to Zap, but I've done things where I've like chained like different connections through Burp. And so like, I might have it like connect out through it through a SOX listener or something. But yeah, if Zap or Burp has some feature that the other one doesn't, and you might want to like have, or maybe they each have a distinct feature, but you want both of them to work in tandem. That might be a way to do it.
Y'all can listen to the music.
Yep, I hear it.
We are now listening to MC Oh My. So if you like that sound, go check him out.
Yeah, and also I think you probably have the most clever rap name out of all the nerdcore rappers.
It's one like people don't get and they still mispronounce because they're like, I don't understand it. I get Omi, Om1. It's all right. It happens all the time.
Yeah, you should break it down for the chat or for the viewers.
So I used to work in like electronics. So I used to do like radar and navigation systems. And when I first started like rapping, I had this line, and it was fools could come at me like high current with much persistence, but watch their voltage drop when they come across this resistance. And I was like, yo, this is like the hottest bar I've ever wrote in my life. Yeah. Yes. And then I was like, they were like, so what's your rap name? You can't keep going by MC Urkel, which is at the time, that's what it was. And I was like, you know what? I'll just be like Ohm for like resistance, and then I for current because it's Ohm's law, and then oh my, and then oh my. Yeah, I thought it was like the hottest thing in the world at the time.
Yeah, it's dope. I love it. And I think the first time that we met was in San Diego. Does that sound right? It was like at one of the Comic-Con parties. And
Yeah, yeah.
I remember seeing your name, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like the most clever name out of like all the nerdcore rappers."
I appreciate
So yeah, it's
that.
well chosen.
Man.
All right, let's see. I'm curious as to like this section of PHP code that we're looking at here. I do notice there's a double equals comparison. PHP has an issue where you can do type juggling. So you can like sometimes trick the code into doing some unintended behavior if it's not doing a strong comparison with 3 equal signs. So I'm kind of curious there. This definitely looks like a SQL injection to me. This statement on line 18, SQL equals, and then it's just like concatenating this username post variable. That to me is like straight up SQL injection. And then it looks like there's an eval call in there as well. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like SQLi there and probably an RCE. So yeah, I'm expecting shells here like really quickly. But also it's like it's tough, you know, when you're playing CTF anyways, and you know that you're playing against a bunch of other hackers to like try to hone in on what the actual vulnerabilities are, as well as when you're like on a live stream and you know that the whole internet is like watching your screen. I feel like the Key and Peele gif where the like sweat is just like infinitely running down the face.
By the way, the back in the Brazilian live stream that I'm, keeping an eye on, they are saying if they reach 400 people watching at the same time, they're gonna draw a Hack the Box VIP, and if they reach 500 people, they're gonna give out $100 plus 6 months of Sky hacking as well.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That is super cool.
Oh,
So,
man,
oh my, you're
so quickly. Jeez.
Yeah, Hack the Box is a jam. I've got a VIP Plus membership, and I'm like using it to like teach myself Windows hacking because I feel like I know nothing about Windows hacking. My skills are all rusty, so I'm like going through like old retired boxes and playing them, and like I'm like, oh man, this is super cool. I've done like golden ticket stuff and like ASREP. I don't know how you pronounce it. ASREP roasting, and like some Kerber roasting stuff, and Mimi Katz's Bay always, and CME and in Packet are always Bay, but it's been good getting to like go back and kind of like brush up on those skills and mess around with like newer tooling that I hadn't gotten to use. Still an old fan of the Nisheng reverse shell. It's like pretty much anytime I can get like some kind of presence on a box, I'm like get a PowerShell reverse shell with Nisheng or however it's pronounced, and then start going from there. But yeah, I'm super huge fan of Hack the Box. And so, oh my, how did you get started with CTF? Because I know that you've played a good number of CTFs in your time.
Oh, my first CTF was at B-Sides San Antonio. I think that sounds right. Yeah, probably. Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna go do a CTF because this sounds cool and what all the cool kids do. And the CTF was like having a bunch of issues that time, but like I learned a lot. That was like my first time using like SQL map. And like some local file inclusion kind of stuff. It was all pretty great. And I was like, I want to do more of this. And so I just started going to all the B-sides and doing all the CTFs that were in the area. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Then I started doing them all. I was like, online? Yeah. The internet. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I love that about CTF, right? How you talked about that it was your first time using SQL map. It's such a good opportunity and sometimes like a motivator to push you into like trying out new tools and trying out new techniques that you may not have worked with previously.
Yeah, and it's especially because like the CTFs you never know what to expect. Even when you do like the Jeopardy style CTFs and they're all broken up into categories, you know what you're going to do, but you still don't know what to expect.
Yep. And Zero Log On asking.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go for it. I was gonna say we got a question.
Yeah, asking about the levels of the challenges, and they vary week to week, and we don't know what they are. And I've never really done OSCP And like the hack the box stuff, I've only played some medium and easy boxes, so I don't think that they're at insane level. I know we had like one of the UHCs, the Privesc to get to like root for the final flag was that there was like a writable Docker socket, right? So if you just like if you ran, I think they ran like linpeas on the box to do the Privesc analysis, and then they saw the writable Docker socket and they just Googled like how Docker writable socket exploit, and then they were able to like copy and paste. So there's definitely like some movement, and you're kind of working your way through a kill chain. But I haven't played any hack the box insane boxes, so I don't know. Like I don't think any of the exploitation here is like super tough, but we do have UHCs where people don't finish, and sometimes like they only get one flag, so it's hard to know week to week.
Yeah, the hack the box insane ones are just that, like in the name. Like there was one where just like you had to exfil via an SMTP header, right? Like it was out of control. It was like you'd set up your own SMTP server and like email somebody, and then you get back like bits and pieces. You had to do like SQL injection and like like a 32 byte thing. It was wild, and just like the people who come up with those boxes are very smart. very smart.
So yeah, I don't think they're then at insane level here at UHC, but there's definitely like some tricks to get through. So yeah, I don't know. Now I'm scared to try the insane boxes.
Someone else got a point. Arcade.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, arcade. I don't know how to say that. Let's check him out.
Oh yeah, and we should put the scoreboard link in the chat for viewers. I think it's UHC, as in Ultimate Hacking Championship .seg, like the first part of the word segment .br.
Yep, we have it.
But yeah, 3 players on the board with 100 points. Good catch on that, oh my. And let's see what folks are up to. Oh my, who should we go check out?
Let's go check out. Hold on, let me try this. Let me see if I can remember. Joe. I just messed his name up. John Rivers.
John Rivers.
Terrible.
Poor kid. We have no regard for his name.
Oh, nice. I think that's B in the chat. B won last week, right, or the week before?
He won the week before last week. I don't remember anymore.
But yeah, B is like a player, a CTF player, and a UHC former champion. And also like bilingual, like incredible, just translating the like kill chains into English for us. But yeah, so I guess B saying in the chat that they're like qualifying rounds are around the like hard level of HTB of Hack the Box. But I think the qualifying rounds, how long do they last? Is it all day Saturday?
Yeah, the whole day from 8 to 8.
Okay. Yeah, and so as B pointed out, there's like only 2 to 3 hours here for this final round, but since you've got more time on Saturday, the qualification rounds are a little bit more difficult.
So it looks like he's going for something different. Looks like he found the PHP injection and was trying to do like PHP info.
Yeah, you're right.
So at least they've gotten to the point where they've seen the source code and understand that there's that eval in there. Yeah,
excellent. Marina, can you please browse over to Joao?
No,
I don't know that player. We don't have anyone there. Sorry.
Nobody by that name.
Nah. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
Okay.
I'm muted.
What?
I'm actually not going to switch.
I'm not gonna switch.
Okay, well, Omai and I are just gonna make comments then, and the viewers are gonna be totally confused.
Why can you not say the dude's name? Say John Rivers at least.
Okay, yeah, switch to John Rivers. All right, so it looks like they are building out the arguments for SQL map here, and I've got to say, I love that they are taking notes. Taking notes is like the biggest crux, I feel like, with pen testing, right? You just like, you get on the trail of something and you're so excited and you're chasing down like the bugs or you're like finding new stuff. And then all of a sudden you find yourself on some shell and you're like, wait, how did I get here?
What do you use for note taking?
I have like a separate text file open, and I like literally pretty much everything I do, I just like that works. I go in and write something about it as I do it. And so I've done other things like, script. I'm mainly like working like, Linux environment. So like script, which will like capture everything. I also have my bash history has like, infinite, and like everything gets logged immediately with timestamps. So that kind of helps. But then when you're on like a shell on another system, you lose that visibility. What about for you?
I mean, I use OneDrive by default.
Yes.
that comes with the territory. But like,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like Joplin and Notion because I like those markdown pages and being able to like convert it to something else, HTML or whatever. If I want to just show people better,
Yes.
It's also like a good way to probably like archive. Like if you had like a cloud storage account somewhere, and you just like set up your static web pages with markdown to HTML, and then you just like have a gallery of notes.
Oh, what up? Look who's in the chat, Michael Kill.
It's Michael Kill.
What's up, Michael?
What's up, Michael? You should be here.
I think if this were like a normal year, me, Omai, and Michael would all be like rapping at a show right now. We'd all be like at Wild West Hacking Fest or something.
Yeah. Oh, it's November already. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
But yeah, I do kind of a similar approach with my notes. Is like I push them into like Git repos, like GitHub, and so I write them in Markdown, and then like you said, you can export them to anything else if you need to from there. Yeah. And yeah, big fan of the static sites as well. I love like Hugo is my personal favorite for the generation.
Absolutely, that's what my website's written in Hugo, except I haven't updated that in like a year. I should probably do that. Talk about this cool CTF at UHC. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to like convince C64 to let us go to like a static site that's like hosted out of GitHub or whatever. He's not convinced yet.
So that's a lot more work for someone. Like I don't know, what does C64 do?
He is like a graphic designer. So he's gotten like really familiar with WordPress because we've run our site on WordPress for ages. But I'm like, I don't have time to like log in and update it every time that there's like some new patch for it. So I'm like, it'd be really good if we could just go to like a static site that doesn't have any vulnerabilities because it's all static content.
Did you get him over here playing some CTFs?
Yeah, right. That'd be amazing. I think he's been looking at kind of expanding on his career path a bit, but that would be super dope. I love CTF, and I like recommend it to pretty much everybody. It's like if you want to like learn hacking stuff, CTF and bug bounties are pretty much like the best way to go, I feel like.
I mean, you can literally see people right now just researching stuff they don't know and learning on the go. How can they manage, how can they go for the right attack? How can they, go for the right flag? It's like literally on screen. I'm not even lying. Just Google. And that's what hacking is, right? It's not a person in the dark wearing a hoodie with like 15 terminals open at the same time, blinking on the screen. It's just literally this. He was Googling how to do shit.
I mean, it
unless
can
you really
be
want to be
on
that
everybody
person.
sometimes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
Yes. Hacking mode engaged.
Yeah, in the dark. You sit in the dark. Let's get the blinking lights going.
Put some hacker typer on screen.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna see like MC Omai qualifies under a different name next week, and then he just spends the whole time on UHC with Hacker Typer up. Oh man. All right, so let's see. We're checking on Alfonso right now, and
Yeah.
Alfonso definitely has got. It looks like they're brute forcing a login with Fuff, and this is a brilliant idea. I've never really thought about this before, but since you're passing a username and a password in a post request, you could literally just run Fuff to do this, and then filter on like the result that comes back. Man, that's brilliant. I've always used like Hydra or Medusa for like HTTP post form brute forcing, and I never thought to use Fuff. And like Fuff is so fast; it's like my go-to for web app enumeration.
I'm not familiar with Fuff, but I think I've heard it in like a bug bounty video before.
Yeah, it's written in Golang, and before Fuff, I used GoBuster, and then before that, I think I used like Derb and WFuzz, and they all do pretty much the same thing, but or at least in the way that I use them. But Fuff seems to be like super fast in comparison to the other ones. So I don't know what the secret sauce is on that, but somehow it just seems to be like way faster.
Might have to check that out.
Yeah. A++ would recommend, and it's like continually developed, so it's not like it's stale or anything. It keeps moving.
Stands for fuzz faster, you fool.
We got another one in our scoreboard.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's check who is it. It is 0x2 02, I guess. Who is Pude? Pude.
Yeah, another newcomer. So half of the players with flags are veterans, and the other half are newcomers.
No, but I mean, like, who actually used that? Because I don't remember. Oh, right here. And
they could be anybody. They could be a sysadmin.
Also, I see here that on the 10th place, I don't remember who was here, but it's not anymore. We have the 10th room empty. I don't know if the person just gave up or if they're having connection problems. But just reminding you all, it is in the rules that the players have to share their screens 100% of the time. They have a 5-minute tolerance if anything goes wrong with their internet connection. So they can't go offline for at mostly 5 minutes. Up to that, you're immediately disqualified because if we can't see your screen, we don't know what you're doing, and therefore you are not contributing to the championship. So if you want to go offline, you can, try hacking me or hack the box and whatever. Here at UHC, we demand for the screens to be shared, and well, it's either a give up or someone having problems. So
they were in the middle of typing, so I'm assuming they just disconnected.
Yeah, it could be. Internet isn't always the best in Brazil.
That is true.
Really cool here. It looks like there is a SQLite database on the file system. And so maybe that's something that might be in the web root, which means you could just like straight up download it directly. And then there might be like extra credentials or other details in the SQLite database. So that was a really cool find. But I haven't seen 02 do anything with that info yet. So we'll see what happens. Why don't we pick somebody else to check out? Omai, who are you looking at?
Well, I was looking at the person who was the number 10, but let's go with Rod Jewell.
All right,
newcomer.
And also on the Discord, there's a like general UHC channel that the players are all in, and I never think to look, but I'm always curious if like during the broadcast they're like trash talking each other, like I'm actually sitting.
Oh well, right. Saturno, it was the player on the 10th room, and he's just here saying he can't believe his computer just tilted and closed everything. The VM went down, and everything just stopped working.
Brutal.
Well, we'll see if he can come back in a few minutes. He can continue to play. We wish you the best, Saturno. Hope you can come back.
Come back to us. Also, I think it's Angel or Angel D in the chat. Sorry if I've got your name wrong, but it's telling us that Fuff has both Cluster Bomb and Pitchfork modes, and so those are, I think they're in Intruder under Burp. Nice, Angel D, cool. Yeah, I think those are attack modes under the Intruder tab in Burp, but that's really cool. It's kind of just like different ways that you can gather and make the requests and send the requests out. I'm not super up on my web app hacking, so if I'm wrong there, please let me know. So let's see, we are looking at Rajul, and it looks like they are looking up PHP object injection. I'm not especially familiar with this attack. I feel like it's maybe something that's kind of similar to like deserialization, because I'm seeing this like unserialized function call or method call, and so maybe it's something where you can like package like a PHP object and then end up with like code exec. So I don't know. Oh my, have you done anything with PHP object injection before?
I have to look that up to see if I have. Yeah, serialization stuff. No, I've never seen this before.
So yeah, another aspect that I love about UHC, right, is like I always learn something new each week. So now like I've got something that I can go look up after UHC and be like, cool, how do I do this? How does it work?
Yeah, most like serialization bugs kind of just throw me off. Like they're usually pretty complicated.
Yeah, I have used YSO serial in the past when I come across deserialization bugs, and it's a tool. Yeah, and it's named kind of like the Joker from The Dark Knight, which is like why so serious, and then they have like an ASCII rendering of the Joker face. But yeah, it's called why so serial, and it generates gadgets for you based on like payloads based on like the thing that you're targeting. So I've used it a few times in the past, but I'm not super strong on my web app stuff, so I'm generally not looking at web app stuff. Oh yeah, so Angel D in the chat saying it could be a pickle deserialization. I've definitely done that previously. I think against Python targets. I've seen a few apps that were written using pickle for serialization and was able to exploit the deserialization bug with that.
All right.
So yeah.
We are going into the mid game right now. We are going for the second hour of UHC. So for those who were not here at the beginning, the CTF goes up to 3 hours. That's the limit. That's the time limit. And then whoever won after this 3 hours is the actual winner. They can also win before the 3 hours. So if you get all the points, if you get all the flags before the 3 hours, you're the winner. But if we go up to 3 hours and we finish it at 3 hours, and whoever has more points wins. So just reminding, we have 4 players in our scoreboard right now, everyone with 100 points, which means everyone here at the scoreboard got the easy flag. And we have Luska at the first place. Luska is already a veteran here in UHC, so he has been playing a few editions. After that, we have...
Can we go to Caue?
Okay.
Can we go to Caue?
After that, we have Caue, which is the person that we're going for right now. also with 100 points. And then Arcot and 0x2 with 100 points each. Oh, and yeah, Caue just got a mid flag right here, right now. All right, he just went up to first place with 300 points. He got the mid flag in mid game. Thank you, Caue. I appreciate your timing.
Hey, wait, I'm the one that called it. I saw it.
He's the one getting the mid flag in mid game. It is literally officially mid game. We are in the first minute of the mid game right now. That was a very good call, though. So now we have Caue in first place with 300 points with the easy and mid flag. And then Luska, both of them are veterans here in UHC. Caue is also a winner, a past winner. He also holds the record of the fastest UHC ever played with 20 minutes, having all the flags in the best edition. And with 100 points, Arcade, I don't know how to say his name, and 0x2 in third and fourth place, both newcomers. Yeah, so far we have 4 people in our scoreboard. They are struggling tonight.
Yeah. So one of the things that I noticed here is Caue's got a web shell up, and it could be possible for someone else to use that exact same web shell. And kind of like what I was talking about earlier when we were talking about web shells back in the day, like R57, C99. A friend of mine had a copy of C99 that was all in Arabic, but he knew C99 inside and out. So he didn't need the like English labels to know how to use it. So when he would play CTF, he would drop this Arabic version of C99 on the boxes. And so other people would find his C99 shell, but then they wouldn't be able to use it because they couldn't translate the Arabic. And so they didn't know what to do.
That's clever.
I thought that was security by obscurity at its finest.
I usually end up naming my shells like Daddy Cocoman at PHP or something like that.
Yeah.
I never thought about doing something like that.
I like to name mine as like really long, like, MD5 sums or SHA-256 sums or something like that. So even if you are, if you're a player and you're watching my screen, like, good luck writing out those 64 characters.
so that's an interesting exfil. I've never seen anyone actually use like base 64 in their web shell in order to exfil some data. But usually people like struggle, like, how do I get this file off, right? And they'll like, just send it somehow through some other means. But I've never seen anyone actually type it out and return it in the HTTP response. That's clever.
Yeah, I've done that in the past. And it's a good way to like get around detection. So, like, for example, if you run IV on your web shell, if there's like security onion or, like Zeek or something like that, it'll catch the results of IV coming back and it'll throw an alert and say, this looks bad. But if you base 64 encode it and then decode the base 64 on your side of the screen or of the connection, Zeek or whatever doesn't see that. And so then you end up bypassing the detection. And in the chat, Zero Login and Angel D have really good points about having password protection on your web shells, especially important if you're like pen testing a client, like for a business. You don't want somebody bad on the internet getting access to the system through something you did.
All right, so I'm gonna be doing something here live, which is I'm gonna eat my first Sour Patch ever.
Oh wow!
Right.
So as I said in the beginning of the stream, I'm from Brazil, and back in Brazil, trick or treating is not a thing, and plus we don't have candy like that normally. So since I'm dressed up as my Halloween, with my Halloween costume that I used yesterday, and we got candy, so I'm just gonna try this. Let's see how this goes.
Before you take the plunge,
yeah.
Can we go to like Alfonso?
Yeah. What was the one that I already tasted today or yesterday? I remember Twizzlers.
Oh yeah, you had the one Twizzler that like pulls apart.
So gross. So bad. Jesus fuck.
Those the pull-apart Twizzlers are usually not as good as the regular Twizzlers.
I
This
agree.
smells good. I like the smell.
I also might have misled Marina and told her that it was the best candy out of the variety pack, when in fact it was
You
actually
did
the
say
worst
that.
candy
You
out of.
did say that. That was so mean. Oh, shit. I like
Yes,
that.
Angel D, Pentest and Red Team. If you you need to protect the client while you are breaking into the client. So, so yeah, we've got Alfonso, and I don't think Alfonso is on the scoreboard, but it looks like he or they are setting up for like a reverse shell. So I'm pretty sure Alfonso is like, squatting on some flags right now. And yeah, Marina, a huge fan of the Sour Patch Kids, apparently.
I actually liked it. It's just very sour.
Yeah. First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Yep.
Woo! It's good though. It's approved.
So yeah, it looks like Alfonso has a web shell, or either found somebody else's web shell and is using that. And they've got an ngrok listener. You ever use ngrok, Omai?
No, but I've heard very good things about it.
Yeah, super cool. It's just like magic reverse shell routing for you, and so it'll like handle all the networking stuff if you're behind a NAT or whatever. So it's pretty dope. And I think there's like there's a free version that allows one connection, but then there's like a paid version. I think you can do like multiple connections and maybe TLS as well, I think. But yes, as Angel D is saying, it's a good way to expose local ports to the internet.
Yeah.
And Zero Logon saying local tunnel, is that a different tool? I've actually not heard of or used local tunnel before, or are you just saying that it is a local tunnel for your connections? Cool. Yeah. So pretty dope. I'm always seeing different things every time that we do UHC, and it looks like Alfonso did get the reverse shell here, so that's cool. And still no flags on the scoreboard for Alfonso. So, yes, suspect. I think we know what you're up to.
Well, Caue's got
us.
a third one.
Oh wow, Caue with another one.
Yeah. So I mean, if Alfonso wants to get those flags, then he better get them now.
Yeah, it's time to start dumping. That's for sure. Alfonso sus. Dead body reported.
Or it's actually now reported. He's just killing everyone.
Yeah, it's a dead body not reported is more like it. Yeah. So wow. Okay.
I see. Got the shell and then look for the flag.
Yep. There it is. Right. Yeah. Killed multiple birds with one stone.
It's clever.
Yeah, B saying that Alfonso doesn't submit until he has root. So, and we just saw him put at least 2 flags into his notes just there.
We caught him sitting on the flags. You see, we told you.
Yeah. It reminds me of a CTF that I built once, and one of the players was sitting on all the flags, and then they went to submit them like right at the end in the last like 10 minutes or whatever. And 2 of the flags that they had copied and pasted incorrectly. And so they didn't take notes on what the challenges were and what the solutions were. And so they were like trying to figure out what the actual flag was, even though they'd actually solved the challenge previously. And they ended up getting second place by 1 flag. So if they had reported both of those flags correctly, they would have won. They would have gotten first place.
Take notes.
Yeah, take notes, or just submit the flag right away and verify that you got it right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm curious. Like, why don't we go check on Caue? Because I think Caue is actually pretty close here.
What
They're
is
looking
that?
up local Privesk exploits, and so I think that means that they might be really close to a root
Oh,
shell, which then will get them the final flag.
look who came back. Saturnus back.
Yes, yeah. So we're back to 10 players. GTFO bins. You ever use these? Oh my, these are my go-tos. Living
Oh
off the
yeah,
land, essentially.
absolutely, 100%. As well, like lol bins for Windows.
Yep, absolutely. Zero log on. Did they look in the DB? I think I did see. I think it was Caue going through some database results. I don't know if anybody pulled that
Oh,
SQLite database.
wait a minute. As soon as we got out of his screen, Alfonso submitted the flags.
Oh,
So he now has 300 points as well. He's in second place. He was just waiting for us to stop streaming his screen.
classic Alfonso.
All right, you sleazy.
Yeah, and zero log on. Going back, I think I did see Caue run a strings command against the SQLite database. So, while they're not interacting with the SQLite database through the client, you can run strings and still dump out content from the SQLite database. So I think there was some inspection of the database there. That's like also one of the challenges with UHC is that the hackers are moving at their own speed, and we're like trying to keep up with like what they're doing as well as talk about it. So we don't always catch everything, and sometimes we don't look at we don't catch like the cool stuff happening on screen as well as we're switching between the players.
Also, the players are watching. Some of them are watching, so what was it?
Sorry, I was saying that I was pointing that Caue had a couple of different flags on screen right there, but I think these are flags that they had already acquired previously, but they were kind of doing that same thing, right? Grepping for UHC, the flag prefix.
I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh my, what's the last CTF that you played, the most recent one?
I want to say the Red Team Village at DEF CON.
Nice.
I think that was the last one, yeah. It was a group I've never played with before. We all did pretty well. I'd say like one thing I have issues with in any CTF is like the pwn challenges. I'm not really good at binary exploitation, but I think that we did. Yeah, I think we did pretty well. I don't remember what place we came in. And before that, it was like a long time since I did a CTF because I've been busy like all year. But definitely get back into the CTF world. That's for sure.
Yeah. I miss playing. I like have trouble finding time to do it. It's like balancing between work and rap music. It's just like there's like never time to play CTF anymore. Yeah, security nerds, nice. More Red Team Village CTF hackers on with us. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
For those who are watching and don't know, DEF CON is the biggest and I think one of the most traditional, like one of the oldest hacking conferences ever. And it's huge, like 300,000 people huge. Happens every year in Vegas. They are, I think, in the 29th edition now. Or 28, I don't remember. They're freaking huge. And they were responsible for kind of bringing CTF into light and making it popular. So, can you not yawn in the middle?
I'm not yawning. I thought that Caue was about to get a root shell here. They pulled up the SQLite database and then they got these credentials, and it looked like it was for maybe a root user, although I guess the username is not root. But I thought they were going to get a root shell, so I was like, I was surprised.
Well, going back to what I was saying, DEF CON is the biggest hacking conference in the world with like 300,000 people big, and it was responsible for making CTF kind of popular. And other hacking conferences started to do CTF as well because they saw that at DEF CON and they thought it was really really cool. And CTF now happens pretty much in every hacking conference you can think of. Not only that, but it's popular like now. Now it is popular. Like it doesn't even have to be a hacking conference to be a CTF. They can happen like outside of that world. And now with Try Hack Me and Hack the Box, which are CTF kind of shaped hacking platforms, it's even more popular now. So it's pretty cool to see CTF getting more and more popular. And it kind of all started because of DEF CON, because of DEF CON doing it every year. So it's really nice to hear from someone that was already in DEF CON playing their CTF.
Yeah, so I'm curious what's going on here with Caue. They're it looks like they've got creds, and just like the shell hangs when they go to like authenticate for root. Oh no, I guess they got it. They're already as root. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, is this a new flag? Are they going to get more points?
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Let's go.
That's interesting because I don't remember who else was doing that, but someone else also came across that same password and just I guess haven't used it yet.
All
Yeah, I
right,
remember
Caue
seeing it.
now in first place with 600 points. So Caue got the three first flags of the game. So he got the easy one, the mid one, and one of the hard ones. And he's now in first place. Alfonso comes right after him.
Hold on, I think there was another one. I think that
Really?
where?
Who?
How do I? You just kind of take a look at where they're at. So the one thing about CTFs is that you always try to look for things that are like just stand out or aren't normally part of an installation. And it looks like how it found something, right? And is looking in the right spot. At least I would think so, because I'm pretty sure the answer was right there.
Yes, yeah, I think I saw it in the Springs output as well. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Caue is about to get this last flag here.
Is he gonna freaking do it again?
I think so.
He's gonna freaking end sooner than everyone else. As I was saying, Caue is in first place with 600 points. Alfonso is right after him in second place with 300 points. Luzka, Arcad, and 0x2 each with 100 points. So that's the easy flag. We have 5 players in our scoreboard, and we think Caue is gonna end this pretty soon if he keeps doing this.
Opening Ghidra, that's interesting.
He's already made a local copy of host.exe and like you said, loading up in Ghidra. But I think that the hotness, the real thing there was in the
something else.
So,
yeah.
So let's see what we get. Yeah. See, like that exact thing looks super important to me. And in the chat, Angel D talking about the Cyber Grand Challenge. And this was a really cool thing that DARPA did, where it was like you had to do automated exploitation and like find the bugs. You had to like write your own stuff, and I think they had like their own custom architecture that they made. So your like tooling had to basically do automated analysis of these like target files, find vulnerabilities, and then like create the exploits and exploit them. And I remember that year at the official DEF CON show. They had the like server racks that were running the CGC in like the performance area. So like I was on stage rapping in front of these like huge server racks all lit up that were part of the CTF. And it was really cool. And I think PPP won that, if I remember correctly. And I think they ended up like going on to sell their framework or something. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, super cool premise to build like automated vulnerability discovery and exploitation. So yeah, here we go, loading up this custom executable. What was it called? Host access.exe in Ghidra. Ghidra, the free reverse engineering and decompiler, I guess, utility that's published by the NSA, written in Java. I've used it a couple times. It seems pretty decent. The decompiler seems pretty solid.
People in the Brazilian chat are like, let the flag go, Alfonso. Hashtag let the flag go. Now's the time, bro. Oh, okay. Luska got some more points there.
Nice.
Yeah, Luska now with 300 points as well. So he is now tied with Afonso with also 300 points. So that's the easy and the mid flag, both in second and third place, with Caue still leading with 600 points. So he got the 3 flags, and there's just one more to go. So Afonso, if you're sitting on flags, man, you're pretty ballsy there. You got some balls, man.
Why don't we go see what Alfonso's doing? Because B in the chat mentioned earlier that Alfonso will just wait until they have the root. And Omai mentioned that somebody did have that last flag that Caue submitted. And I think it was Alfonso. Like I think we were on, or I was on Alfonso's screen when I saw that flag previously. So I feel like Alfonso also pretty close here. We might see Alfonso kind of like sneak it out.
Yeah, like it was right there in the when they ran strings or something.
Yep.
Yep.
And so I think Alfonso looking up the this looks like the download and execute. I usually do it as like IEX in PowerShell, but that new object and then net.web client, and then you can do like download string and pass it like a URL, and it will pull down that file and execute it all in one shot. You can also do download file and then have it save the file locally.
They're talking about using PowerShell. So looking up an article about how to use PowerShell core. I don't really know if the title of this article is appropriate though, because it says like abusing PowerShell core, but it sounds like, you know, like you're exploiting PowerShell core. It's not the case. You're using it in order to run to download a file.
You're just using the built-in functionality.
Yeah, I guess that title could be a little misleading.
For sure. Yeah, I always figure if the authors didn't want you to do that, they wouldn't have put it in there.
Right.
So obviously, this is intended functionality. I would say it's applicable to say that it's a feature and not a bug in this case. And yes, Angel D, excellent premise for red team operating, living on the land. I don't like having to drop malware if I can avoid it. If I can just use other stuff that's already in the environment, in the ecosystem for success, that is my preferred way to go. But yeah, so this is something that I learned about recently in Caue, that they have PowerShell in Linux, right? So you can do like PWSH and you can run PowerShell in Linux. I had no idea about that up until like a week ago.
Yeah, PowerShell core is everywhere now.
Yeah.
.NET cross-platform. .NET Core.
Yes. .NET Core. I said the new dual core group is going to be .NET Core.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Caue, I think you can also run on the Windows Linux subsystem as well, right?
Yeah, you can definitely just WSL install. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can grab it from the Microsoft Store if you wanted Caue. And it's actually, it works pretty well. They've modified it so that you can even open up a UI if that's what you want. And the UI is pretty fast.
Nice.
As opposed to what it was before, like WSL 1. So now WSL 2 is a pure Linux kernel on Windows.
Nice.
Maybe not pure. I don't know if that's the right word, but it is a Linux kernel on Windows, and yeah, it all works out pretty well. So and it's
so
based on
crazy.
Docker too, so you can just export it and just like pass it around and have your own little container. Custom.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day. What a time to be alive. All right, so Alfonso is looking around here on the system, and I just like, I think they're stalling. I think Alfonso already has the final flag, and is just toying with everybody else.
He does. He's just like torturing everyone. Should we like just go out of his screen so he can submit? Because that's what he's done the last time.
Yeah.
For us to stop streaming his screen to submit to the flag in a row.
How about why don't we go back to Caue? I feel like they're both like really close. We're gonna catch this root flag here in any moment.
I'm gonna keep refreshing the scoreboard now that we left his screen.
Yeah, right.
Pretty sure he was just
okay. There's a pseudo bug. That's cool. Oh yeah, so here's I think this is WinPeas, but one of the P's, WinPeas or WinPeas, the output, and these tools you can run on a system, and it will look for misconfigurations or known vulnerabilities that could be used to elevate your privileges and get you like a root shell or a system shell potentially. Yeah, Angel D, I think you're right. Looking like WinPeas. I see like some Linux stuff out, Linux output there, like if config. I would say it's like okay.
Well, I think Caue was kind of gave up on like the places that I would look.
Right. Yeah, that one string, I was like, this is exactly the path I would follow.
Yeah. You just kind of like hate that when you do CTFs and like you come across the answer, you just don't know that you've either come across it or you come across something that leads you to it, and you're just like, that can't be it. And you just like move on.
Yeah. All right. Check and get capabilities here. I don't have a lot of experience with this. I know like CapNet admin and certain capabilities can let you do bad things. How about you? Am I much experience with the capability stuff?
Not outside of CTFs, but they're great for if you wanted to have some sort of persistence, right? Unexpected. So if you have like a cron job or something like that running, and you can modify the capabilities on a binary, then you might be able to give yourself persistence somehow.
Yeah, depending. Super cool. I never thought about that. Yeah,
capabilities are really, and they're hard to discover because unless you're looking for them, you don't know that they're there.
Right. Yeah, they don't show up in normal like file listings and everything.
I remember when I think Hack the Box had one, like the first time they did like a capabilities kind of deal. Everyone was so confused because like we've never seen this. You can watch like all the chats, and it was like I've never heard of capabilities. So interesting. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of potential there.
Yeah, I really like the premise of modifying an existing cron job. So you're not adding a new entry into cron, right? So it's not going to show up as like an additional persistence mechanism, but you are like giving it additional capabilities, which would allow it to perform additional behavior. And so that's a really cool approach. I never thought about that.
Or you just start replanning, just like replacing all of the built-in binaries, like ls or something like that. It's no longer just a binary. Now it's a bash script. ls. Yeah.
There was I've definitely done that before, like replacing sudo, and then you set like sudo to like log. I do it like with an alias, I think is what I did in the past. And so that way when the person runs sudo, it doesn't go into their path and run the actual sudo binary. It just like runs whatever alias that I've given it. And then you can like pull the password out that way without having privileges. But what was I going to say? I don't know. I lost it. I thought I had some other Privesk story to tell that was
Hold on,
related, but I'm drawing a
There
blank.
was something there. There's something there on that screen.
Oh no.
Oh, we barely missed the. Who were we looking at? Caue like highlighted it, and then
Oh well, if there's unattend, you can definitely get creds out of unattend. I think. I feel like unattend is for like the programmatic deployment and configuration.
it's a good place to find passwords because admins will
Oh yeah.
leave them in there, deploy their things, and forget to clean up.
Nice. Look at that. There you go. Cool. All right. So let's see what happens. I remember we saw Caue trying to authenticate with a password from a SQLite database, and it wasn't working out for some reason. And at the time, I thought maybe it was an issue with the shell, but maybe it was just that it wasn't the right credential. It's quite possible. So yeah, let's come on, Caue, do something with those creds.
Right, so close.
I'm always like, where's my next shell? Oh man, I feel like this has got to be right at the end. Like we should be seeing this like root flag here within minutes. But I said that like several minutes ago.
And so was that not the root password? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if maybe they're looking for just like how to apply that password. And also I'm like kind of curious as to what this underlying setup is here, right? Because this is like, why do you have a sysprep.inf? Okay, so it's home, not root.
Look where it's at. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I was
So
referring to earlier. Because when he did the
Yes.
LS and I saw that, I was like, that's something that sticks out if I'm looking at a CTF.
Yeah. Oh, is this it? Nope, not yet.
He's looking to see who else saw it.
Checking where everyone else is. Yeah, always good to know.
Base 64
I was playing OSINT CTF at DerbyCon, and I was like in the lead for most of it, and then in the last hour or something, somebody got past me and went into first, and I was like freaking out, and I kept catching myself looking at the scoreboard instead of like looking at my screen to like work on getting flags.
So I think they're waiting for their script to finish, but I mean, you have a password right there. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not sure what else you want to do with it.
Yeah, I think they're probably just trying to figure out how to use that password. You know, like is it going to be like through SU? Is it going to be through sudo? Is it going to be that you need to like run a different command? So I don't know. They definitely got it decoded, so they've got the creds there. And there was like the creds looked to me like there was a different username colon and then a different another password. So I don't know. I'm gonna like feel super bad for Caue, but also laugh really hard if like Alfonso gets it and just like runs past to finish the CTF. Speaking of, why don't we go check on Alfonso? Actually, let's watch Caue here. This is like one of my favorite things when you make your shell better. You use Python to do this like PTY stuff.
There you go. Look at that.
Whoa, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get it? Can we get it? Yeah, let's do the grep. What is that? Oh, authorized keys. Okay. Oh man. See, here's where you got to like refine or just add a little bit more to your regular expression because they're matching on anything that's just UHC.
Well, that one has UHC v16 final, so that's the
Oh, yeah. Where's that one? Oh, this is it. Like, you just got to find that flag. You got the Privesk. You got your root shell. Oh man. You know what's funny is if you had a file and it was and it was like encoded with like UTF 16 or something like that, or like Unicode where like every other byte is null, then your grep
Yeah,
isn't going to find UHC.
and that's man, I've seen that in reversing challenges where like you know that the string's in there and you can see it, but then like they're null byte separated, so like you have to
Yeah.
manually type out answer.
Yeah,
Man,
or you got to do like I think it's like -E and then like L. I think if you pass that into strings, it will
yeah.
look for those like different encodings. Um, yeah, there's like a bunch of them. So I used to when I did like malware analysis, I had like a bash function that basically ran like checksums and everything, but it did all these different invocations of strings, and so it would find like different strings with different encodings and dump those out for me. And so Zero Logon and Angel D in the chat asking, saying it looks like a
Oh,
mounted
there you
Windows
go.
file system. Oh, we
Look at
got it.
that. Got it.
Yes. This is it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yay.
he got it, he got it, he got it, he got it, he got it. Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
Victory.
All right.
Congratulations.
Amazing. Wow. In like half time, an hour and a half.
Good game, good game. All right.
That was impressive.
Updating the scoreboard. Now he has 1,000 points, and he submitted all the flags. And within the 3 hours of the championship, so he won. He's our winner tonight.
That's dope.
All right. Amazing. Damn. All right. So now, just like Afonso is, he's also a 3 times champion.
Excellent.
Ooh.
This is his 3rd match that he wins. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, folks that are watching with us, we end up going and doing like a raid on the Brazilian UHC channel. And then when we do that, we talk with the winner and we get a rundown of like the CTF and what the intended path was to get each flag. So definitely stick with us and hold on to your butts. There's going to be some Portuguese, but there will be English translations, we promise.
Yeah. I'll be right there to hold y'all's hand and help the translations as well. Some of the Brazilians do speak a little bit of English, so it's a little broken, but you can understand it, and we can all talk together. We're gonna interview Caue because he is the winner. We're gonna talk a little bit about his process, what he has done. How did he felt playing around, and what were his insights during the match. So we're just gonna raid to their channel in a few seconds, I think, and we'll see you there.
All right. Dope.
All right, I'm just waiting for the staff to let us know that we can go to the to the other chat.
That's some good music.
Oh yeah. So, oh my, if you look at the private chat here in the web app, they've got a separate link, and so we can go there to join as like broadcasters on that stream.
Okay.
All right, I'm just waiting for the staff to confirm the raid so we can take all of y'all with us. And as soon as that is confirmed, we'll go to the other wire. Meanwhile, we're enjoying.
I have 6 screens here. I have 4 monitors in front of me and 2 to my side. So like, yeah.
You have a separate video card just for your browser.
All right, now the raid is already happening. Just a few more seconds, and then we go to the beginner raid. All right, we'll see each other in a few seconds, y'all. Thank you for watching.
What up, Michael?
Yeah, stay with us. All right. Yes, we can go. Right.